I'm pissed off, gentlemen. I've had a really stressful week, and dude, Mark Zuckerberg is such a douchebag, and billionaires all across the country are just screwing America. So, welcome to Highly Inappropriate. Tonight is gonna be a fucking party, guys. Let's go. Maybe if the music plays. Whoop!
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
You're listening to Highly Inappropriate.
I don't think she's going to be expecting something big, do you?
What, like anal?
Whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Highly Inappropriate.
Right, so let me get this straight. So I'm going to pay for a blowjob and I got to pay for a goddamn hotel room too? Well, that just seems like I'm spending too much money for nothing. I got a house. You can just get your ass over here and I can just do the blowjob here.
Highly Inappropriate.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
They can kiss my fat vagina, because I'm bringing the motherfucking pay.
What up, motherfuckers? Today's gonna be a shit show. I'm just firing off. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I think a lot of people are mad right now, and we're just gonna fire off. A lot of people are happy though, in a way, because they won some money. But just to give you an example of the level of not give a fucks I'm on. So I have my daughter today, and she's got, of course, e-learning, all that BS, because COVID, that's dangerous, not to kids, but, you know, you get it. But she's here, and she's been giving me a lot of attitude lately. She just got diagnosed with ADHD, and, you know, so we've been dealing with that, and she's, like I said, been giving me a lot of attitude. So I run her bathwater this morning. She goes to get in the bath and she's screaming because she thinks the water's too hot. And I'm telling you, it's not hot. It's, you know, she's just a little dramatic sometimes. I get it. She's a little female. God bless her soul. So what do I do? Instead of running cold water, I just go grab the tray of ice out of the freezer and dump the whole tray of ice in the bathtub. And I'm like, sit down now. And lo and behold, I end the day by getting a Facebook ban about 10 minutes before we're about to go live on the show. So we've been scrambling, trying to figure out what the fuck we're doing. So I will not be on Facebook for 3 days. And it's been growing great, man. Thank God I got some Obama weed, though. So, you know, so I've got a new strain of weed. It's called Obama weed. Oh, my God. Juice has glasses on now. This is getting out of. I don't know if it's the weed or what's going on right now, but I have this weed. It's called Obama weed, and they call it Obama weed because it promises change, but it's the same old shit. So, but it's good stuff, you know. Like I feel fucked up when I'm on it, you know. So it was like the economy for 8 years, but
I feel like our producer has Obama acid right now.
I don't know why he's like tripping balls. What's going on, buddy? He said he's, you know, are we allowed to announce what you said to us before the show?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm not fucking shy about it at all.
He's taking test boosters, so, you know, he's hawking up over here.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, do your balls shrink when you're on that stuff? What's the word? How's everything coming? Do you have abs now, or what's going on?
No, everything's good. I mean, taking a test booster is just kind of something that I've kind of dabbled in here and there just because, you know, when you're starting to work out a lot, the soreness level, I have delayed onset muscle soreness. It's kind of like, so when I work out, not the day after am I sore, it's like the day after I work out that I get super, super sore.
Yep.
So taking the test booster actually like helps me recover a little bit faster so that I can keep going after it. And I've been lifting a lot. And also I got a exercise bike that's kind of like the Peloton, but it's not the Peloton. It's like the cheap version. So I've been doing that at night and then lifting on my lunch break. So I'm trying to, you know, stay healthy.
He's got the generic version of the Peloton. It's called the gelatin. I love it. I love it, buddy. Man, you look great. I mean, you're green and shit, but I mean, your figure looks nice.
Like I'm trying everything. Like I threw the video filter on there just to see if it would like reset something, but nope, it's just fucking gonna be green.
By the way, if you are listening to the podcast, you got to go back and listen to the video or watch the video because Juice is green as shit. He has no idea what's going on. The whole show's just fucked from the beginning because I literally got a Facebook ban right before we went live. it's just been a crazy, stressful week, man. I tell you what, Duncan, we got Duncan, Josh. I don't know where Beaver's at, but Duncan, Josh are here. What's up, guys?
How you doing there, Bob?
Producer was just producing, by the way. He
I
was
was
in the
speaking-
lobby for a minute.
Oh, Beaver! Beaver just popped up out of bed. He had to stop spanking it. He's like, "Oh shit, we're live!" He sprang to action, man. That was
This is some of the best highly inappropriate podcasts I've been a part of.
You wearing lingerie tonight?
Beaver's got on a lace fucking it looks like a lace onesie. He knew Craig was gonna have the suit on, so he had to look impressive.
I love that guy, man. God, I love him.
Now let me ask you guys. Now speaking of Beaver, now was that Cheers picture that we posted? Was that from this week?
No.
No, that was when we met up. Remember?
That
We
was
went
like
Okay.
right after
Dean's
the-
apartment.
Yeah.
Good timing. We've got some good responses so far on that. It was pretty impressive. So, basically what happened is this week in the feed, we have an absolutely electric text feed that we all just send each other bullshit all week. Well, we got sent a picture of Beaver and Duncan toasting. So on our Facebook, if you're not following us on Facebook, by the way, fuck you, Mark Zuckerberg. If you're not following us on Facebook, make sure you go follow us. That's Highly Inappropriate Entertainment, at Highly Inappropriate Entertainment on Facebook. But yeah, if you're not following us, make sure you like the page, et cetera, et cetera. But we have a caption contest right now of what are they toasting to? Some of the responses. I said, Dunk, you're toasting to a successful asshole surgery. It's Beaver in hopes of getting laid. Can anybody pull that up and read some of the responses here, Dunk? I've seen you thumbing through your phone there.
I was looking at Juice. He's not green anymore. I was
Juice, you fixed it, buddy.
Thank the fucking Lord.
No, I thought we were toasting to no sex life for sure.
No,
That's what it was.
there's a lot of masturbation. I mean, you guys picked a great year to step up your masturbation. It's the year that Pornhub just decides to delete like 90% of its content. So, I mean,
We got free premium there for a little bit though.
yeah, I mean,
that was a nice fucking week, wasn't it?
that was a great week.
Green.
I literally couldn't leave my house. They wouldn't let me. The government said I couldn't. So all I could do was masturbate. It was great. I'm still battling depression, but no, let it roll. It's gonna be an electric show, guys. I can't fucking wait. So speaking of Duncan, did anything exciting happen to you this week other than what we're about to talk about, of course?
Just a lot of work, man. Just work and a lot of classes and stuff. So that's why I was kind of late to get on here. But other than that, man, it's been good. We got the daughter's sweet 16 birthday party coming up tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Big deal. Big formal thing. I'm supposed to dress up. Might throw the suit on, my funeral suit.
You gonna wear pants?
I'm gonna wear it. I got one suit and I usually only break it out for like deaths. So I'm gonna actually break it out for a good cause tomorrow night, I think.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
But-
we did have an incident of Duncan's car just rolling down the driveway on its own.
That is true. The other day I went to leave work and my car had slid all the way down the driveway into the drive that me and Josh share, my neighbor here. And he could barely get out to go to work, but his trash can's a lot of raccoons. So I'm pretty sure my car just took off for the raccoon. Like it saw one coming out of the trash can and it's used to hitting stuff. So I think that's what happened.
I would just, I'm picturing like Josh out there taking out the trash in the morning or something. Your car comes crashing down and you hear like the beep, like when you're getting close to something. You're probably still jerking off on the toilet before your morning shower. Bless your heart, buddy. Speaking of jerking off, Beaver, what's up, buddy? What are you doing there? What is that? Is that a lace onesie?
Nope, it's a regular cutoff t-shirt.
You look beautiful. What's your name? What's your name say today, by the way? My unborn son shall be named Caesar Beaver. Jesus Christ. Well, Beaver's smoking weed again, so that's good. And we do have a special guest today. It's my buddy Craig. This is a guy I probably talk we talk UFC literally every day to each other, talk shit to each other. Huge Conor McGregor fan. We're going to get into UFC 257, but Craig, welcome to the show. I like to ask all of our buddies that come on the show, what makes you highly inappropriate? Do you have any stories to tell? Do you prefer anal sex over vagina sex with your wife? What is it? Let's go ahead and hear it, buddy. Why are you highly inappropriate?
I think a lot of it is my background. When I a young chap, I suppose, in college, I think every day I would definitely hit the whiskey, hit the fireball, and we would just party it up. I mean, every day was Dirty Dancing. So we had I went to McHenry University, and we had parties after every game, and it was just literally Dirty Dancing every day of the week.
We did a little dirty dancing, like Craig, because every time we hung out, it was always at the bar, typically Kendall. We did a little dirty dancing there. But speaking of whiskey, buddy, what do you have there right in front of you?
All right, so I got a couple props. So we got proper 12 here in honor of about to pour one out for my dead homie, Conor McGregor.
Poor Conor, have they scraped him off the canvas yet? I don't poor guy.
Bro, he's just wore out, man.
Hey, he's back on the horse, buddy. Did you see his picture on Instagram today?
You know I get the alerts, man.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that, by the way. But if you're on the show, buddy, you can pipe in anytime you want, talk shit, whatever. But, yeah, we are going to talk some UFC on the show today. But we got to say, what the fuck? What the fuck's going on Wall Street? Before I do, I got to tell you a funny story with Urban Air. You guys ever taken your kids or ever been to Urban Air? Josh, you've got younger kids, right? Have you ever taken them to Urban Air at all?
Is that the same thing as the Sky Zone?
Sky Zone, it's the same, but a little different. They have like just different obstacles and shit for kids. But so I took my daughter to the one up in Noblesville, and typically I'll go jump with her because she just, she likes somebody to play. Say what?
Fire trucks are going off, dude. I think my Doge rocket's about to leave the backyard.
Let's go. The trees are on fire. Miles is pissed off. Like, what's going on? By the way, Miles is Duncan's boxer, right?
Boxer, oh yeah.
Boxer. A big ass boxer too. How much does that dog weigh?
He's a big boy. He's 90 pounds.
Big boy. By the way, Duncan, even though Duncan's wife does not put out, that dog is not, if any PETA listeners, supporters are listening, Duncan does not try to have sex with a dog. We have confirmed. We did ask the dog one day on the show. That's episode 17, by the way, if you guys want to go back and listen to that one. But
me and the boy, he's getting ready to get his nuts clipped next week.
I can't wait, man. It's going to be a show. We should have a celebration. Maybe we do like a video for that. We fall, we go into the vet. Maybe Duncan, we snip your balls too on the show.
I feel bad for him, man. He don't even know what's about to happen to him.
He's about to roll. But yeah, so I take the daughter to Urban Air. Normally I would jump with her, but it was just fucking littered with kids. And there was like a big ass birthday party there. And so like I say, Elle, you're going to go play with yourself, make some friends. Daddy will be over here chilling. So I'm like walking around. Of course they got tables and stuff because at Urban Air they actually have a full on like I guess it would be like a deli, not really a deli, but you get it, like where they got snacks and shit. So I'm kind of walking around. So I just decided to go up to the child's birthday party, and it was a family of African Americans. And I was like, honestly, after I looked at the whole crowd of people, I was like, I'm honestly going to fit in here more than anybody else. So I there was an open spot at the table. I said, hey, you guys care if I chill here while my daughter plays? And they're like, no, go ahead, man. I sit down. I tell you what, within 5 minutes, I was drinking their beer and eating their pizza. It was a fucking blast, man. And that was probably the highlight of my week. Was an absolute blast. But are you guys hitting big? So, I mean, what's your take on what's going on? And I do want to read a thing. So let me first off, Dunk, did you or did you not invest in GameStop? And what's going on? I know you're high on Doge, but what's going on right now?
So we all at work, we got behind this Wall Street Bets guy on Reddit. This has been 2.5, 3 weeks ago. We've had our eye on this guy, and another guy at work, his buddy was all in with the GameStop stuff. So we kind of seen this thing start and where it's starting to finish now. And this morning, AMC was the next one. So what happened was a lot of the GameStop people were taking their stuff and unloading into AMC and was going to do it again. And everybody said no. They shut down. So overnight, AMC went up to like over $20 a share. And right away, when the market opened, all those orders were canceled. The price, dove all the way back down. They said, no orders can be placed, but you can sell out. So pretty much they wanted people to get out of it.
Yeah.
And pretty much they were catering to the 1%ers, the millionaires, the billionaires that lost their absolute ass.
Yeah. Let me, if you don't mind, I was gonna read this thing. So, and this actually comes from Reddit. I don't know if it comes from the same feed, but I read a bunch of shit on what's kind of going on, trying to get some background information. Of course, most of it's political and bullshit. This was the best thing, the best write up I could find, and it was shared by my buddy Corey Wooten. Says, if you guys haven't been following the GameStop stock shit show, you really need to look into it. This is fucking hilarious. Allow me to catch you up. So this hedge fund called Melvin Capital wrote out some douchey article about how the small investment move would do a short sell GameStop stock. To put it simply, short selling is essentially gambling that a stock's price will drop. If it does, you make money. If it doesn't, you end up paying out money for however much it goes up. So essentially, like gambling, we talk about gambling all the time on the show. So when they short sell a stock, you can gamble on it essentially. So that's what he's saying here. So, well, this little article that Melvin wrote pissed off a dark, dank corner of the internet called Wall Street Bets. Wall Street Bets is a hive of riddling, addled lunatics who treat the stock market like a fucking casino. These dudes will regularly gamble their life savings on a single trade. It's a glorious thing to watch. The WSB crew has a weird fascination with certain stocks. They call them meme stocks. Tesla is one, AMD is another, and GameStop arguably is the most weirdly beloved meme stock. So for reasons that make sense only to the degenerates on WSB, Melvin trying to short sell their meme was a declaration of war. Yes, this is dumb, but it gets fucking hilarious. WSB decided to do a short squeeze. This is when you see people trying to short a stock, so you buy up that stock and you get a bunch of other people to buy up that stock. When each purchase, that price actually goes up. Since Melvin was trying to short the stock at a price of $20 per share, WSB wanted to get in as high as above that price as humanly possible. They got up to $200 per share. That means Melvin has to cover over $180 per share that they bought. This means this comes out to billions of dollars. Billions.
Like 270, man. I think it was higher than 200.
Yeah, which is crazy. So Melvin Capital overnight was suddenly facing bankruptcy. Think about that. A bunch of self-entitled degenerates on a fucking website were able to tank a fucking hedge fund. That's hilarious. I said, well, the rich and powerful don't like seeing us plebeians fuck with one of their own. So 0.72, another hedge fund, teamed up with a few other little funds, and they injected around $3 billion into Melvin Capital to keep them from spiraling. Essentially, this meant the billionaire hedge fund crew were banding together to fight back against Wall Street Bets, and WSB just said, okay, no problem. Today, the stock for GameStop is $320 per share. Melvin Capital lost all the $3 billion they were given. It's gone. They're still fucked. 0.72 gave a little over $1 billion of that injection, and that means that fund dropped from $17 billion to $16 billion. That means in less than 24 hours, WSB managed to all but ensure one hedge fund will die and drop the value of another by 6% so far. And remember, WSB are just a bunch of jackasses on the internet. They aren't hedge fund guys. They aren't millionaires or billionaires. This is literally being done by morons with a phone app coordinating to ruin billionaires' lives because they can. What we're watching here with GameStop stocks is a bunch of rich people who are getting fucking wrecked purely for entertainment by the kind of middle class and poor people they regularly lobby against and treat like this. They eat the rich via phone app. It's Dan the Man with a meme stock. It's fucking beautiful. Go ahead, Dunk. I'm sorry, buddy.
Well, the AMC thing too. They halted it because they didn't want the same thing to happen to the hedge
Yeah,
fund.
absolutely.
And I guess Robinhood owns one of the other ones. That's one of the reasons Robinhood shut it down pretty quick this morning.
Yeah, so Melvin Capital owns Robinhood essentially, so that's why they shut it down, because they're losing money. So yeah, it's going to be criminal. It's going to be one of the biggest class action lawsuits of all time. So if you invested in some way, I imagine you'll probably. I'm still getting money from some fucking shit a couple years ago. I just got a $13 check in the mail. I went and bought City Barbecue. What's up?
Josh has got a bunch of he's got a bunch of notes here.
Yeah.
He did his studying.
So I can piggyback on some of this that you're talking about with Melvin Capital.
All right, go ahead, buddy.
Melvin Capital it was started by a guy named Gabriel Plotkin, and he was a lead investor for the hedge fund that Stephen Cohen owned before he owned 0.72, which was called SAC Holdings or something like that. Anyways, they got in trouble for insider trading, and they had to pay $1.8 billion in fines. And once that happened, they wouldn't let Steve Cohen operate another one for like 3 years. But in the meantime, that Gabriel dude ends up going starting Melvin Capital, and so that's how they're connected to the .72. That was Steve Cohen, and he also owns the New York Mets, by the way.
Yeah, the Mets owner. So
Yeah,
the Mets
Portnoy
owner
just called him out. That's my favorite thing about this is Dave Portnoy is after fucking Robin Hood right now.
Oh, he had $1 million in AMC today. He's done a cool meal off AMC.
Wow.
Right now. And what I think is hilarious about the community, though, like these meme stocks. I mean, that's what Dogecoin is pretty much. It's like a meme stock. So pretty much when they shut down all the AMC stuff, these people just started pumping Doge and just recovered. Like they're holding strong with their losses right now with Doge. So eventually it's going to open back up, and like they're not going to be able to stop it. They pretty much want these hedge funds once they end. You know what I mean? And they can get the people out, which that's what they're kind of saying is going to happen tomorrow. I got an email from Robinhood apologizing and all this stuff, like saying like pretty much bullshit email.
Yeah,
and
they agreed to send a little Asian to your house to jerk you off when your wife doesn't sleep tonight.
And pretty much saying they're going to open it back up tomorrow with limited cat, like limited. So you're not going to be able to just go bananas on it. Like they're going to restrict this stuff.
Hey, sir, I realize you have $3,000 in your account, but tomorrow here's $10 to play with.
Pretty much like you'll put an order in for like pretty much what it's going to be. Like when it first, like the AMC thing the day before yesterday. So like yesterday, we knew it was coming next. Like, so the Wall Street bets or whatever and all that stuff on Reddit was like AMC go, you know, and it was all over Twitter. So it started going and this thing started pumping. So we were like running to our phones and like just trying to load money and buy this stuff. And we were like loading money and buying it. And like, it would take forever to go through because it was so overcrowded, I'm sure. But then all of a sudden you'd get an email saying your $100 that you tried to buy of AMC was canceled, but we gave you $15 worth of it. You know what I mean? Like they weren't letting people buy. Yeah, they were just giving you a little bit of what you were trying to buy. It was nuts, dude. It was absolutely nuts.
Hey Matt, what did they start the what did the stock start with? So it obviously rose to a high amount. What did it start at?
I'm not sure.
The GameStop stock was at like $3, dude.
It went up.
Oh yeah, it was super low. I was thinking
it
it
was
less
like
like
$3 or
$6.
$4. Like AMC was at $3 or $4. I think, and it went up to like $20 in like 10 hours. And then after market, it was even more. So all these orders were put in, you know, so when the market opened, they were going to go through and it was just going to take off and go bananas again. Right. And that's when Robinhood said, done, canceled all these orders. So that when the market opened, the pre-orders just, you know, skyrocketed back down to
last night, like when market closed, I think yesterday, AMC was at 12 something. And then like by 11 o'clock, they were at 19 something.
Yeah, it went bananas.
But that GameStop, and I'm sure this number's changed, they went up 1,200%. And it's cost a bunch of these, some of these large hedge funds have lost, and this number's probably going to go up still at $5 billion.
Let's go. I love it.
Yeah,
$5 billion in a day. And a lot of it was these investors, like other people seeing this happening and trying to get out, like from their head. Like
the point 72, Stephen Cohen, the Mets guy, they lost 15% of a $19 billion fund. Citron Research, they just completely folded. And then Melvin Capital, we talked about them. They had to get the $3 billion injection. D1 Capital Partners lost 20% of a $20 billion hedge fund. And Maple Lane Capital lost 33% of a $3.5 billion hedge fund.
I love it. I gotta
find this video, man, of this old guy today on CNN. Like he was one of the like hedge guys, and they had him on there. And I mean, this guy's probably 60 years old, used to just stealing everybody's money all the time, and he's just taking these hits. And this old man was like on there almost in tears. And it's probably way down here, but he was like an old white, and he's like, all you have is a bunch of young punks, and they get a $600 stimulus, and like pretty much saying that all it is like people they got their $600 stimulus and they wreck the market.
They wreck the market
from their living rooms.
Hey, well, I just want to say a few things on this, because what's going to come of this, and what we're going to realize is the world becomes more transparent. We're going to see how much we are cheated, and the fact that we have billionaires and they work with politicians to screw us. Because unfortunately, what's going to come of this is some bullshit regulation. What should come of this is a fucking massive lawsuit, and they shouldn't be able to do business ever again. I mean, that's what should come of this. It's not what's going to come of this. It's going to be some bullshit regulation. There will be some sort of payout, but it'll be some bullshit regulation that's going to ultimately screw people like me and you guys. I'm just going to let you fucking know in advance. And here in a year, you can say, wow, Matt, you were right. So I can't wait for that.
So there's one thing though. Hey, there's one thing though with this. They're doing the opposite thing as billionaires and millionaires. They're doing the exact opposite thing. So they're already playing that market as to where these people that are lower class are just taking advantage of those individuals. So instead of being taken advantage of, as you said, with regulations, those billionaires should be regulated so they can't just keep getting money and money and money. But what I think is funny,
it won't happen.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. It won't happen. But as Matt's saying, all of the lower class individuals are going to get regulated for no reason, and the rich are going to get more rich.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Now, what I was going to say that's funny is probably Trump's behind it, so you can say, fuck you, motherfuckers. I'm going to destroy this shit because you guys destroyed my name.
Hey, Conor McGregor, sit back in your little fucking big ass chair there. You look like you're sitting in a mushroom chair. Do you do your work?
You know what? I came fucking prepared, Matt.
Is that a fur coat? Did you get that? Hold on. Did you get that fur coat? Is that a real fur coat? One. And two, did you get it from Goodwill?
Listen, if you see my Instagram, I am for animals and I'm for the global warming and all that bullshit. But you know what? I got some same views as you motherfuckers here. So I'm just
Matt, I got your video here.
Okay, play the video real quick.
The reason the market is doing what it's doing is people are sitting at home getting the checks from the government, okay? And this fair share is a bullshit concept. It's just a way of attacking wealthy people. And, I think it's inappropriate. We all got to work together and pull together.
It's highly inappropriate.
Yeah, highly inappropriate.
Highly inappropriate. Hey, pull together, motherfuckers. Man, I tell you what, I love how transparent the world's come. It's almost disappointing because as transparent the world is, like some people just refuse to just accept reality. I don't know. We won't get into that today because today's a happy show. I've had a shitty week. We're going to have a fucking happy show. That's why today we have a tranny update, and I apologize, Juice. I'll kind of hint here while you're pulling up the article, but it involves Biden and signing an executive order day one, letting I guess transsexual kids or people that men that identify as females to participate in female sports, which is interesting because. Hell, I think I would have killed it on damn near any female sport in high school. Like, I mean, Duncan, how would you have done in women's basketball? You probably would have scored at least average 10 a game, right?
I'd have made it to the league, I'm sure.
He might have went D2.
D2. He would have played it. He would have played it like Franklin College.
Yeah.
You'd be an ugly ass bitch, by the way. Yeah, I meant to provide an article here on the Are you laughing here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I meant to provide an article on the notes from the show, but I was stoned when I did it. I apologize, and we were running behind because everything just fucking happened.
Yeah, Biden signed an order that part of the order reads, children should be able to learn without worrying about whether they will be denied access to the restroom, the locker room, or school sports. LGBTQ groups celebrated the president's action as conservatives warned it could complicate traditional school sports.
Yeah, we all know what the private schools are going to do. You know what I mean? Like, here comes Park Tudor. He'll be like 5 dudes with wigs running out of the locker room onto the floor when the schools that can recruit.
Absolutely.
Dunk, when I saw your comment on that, I thought it was going to go the exact opposite. I thought you were going to be like, well, they're not going to let any of those types of people into their schools, and like they were going to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they're mostly religious schools. Like
they're going to want to win. Like here comes Cathedral. It's going to be like 10 dudes with wigs on, just dropping
man
$250 a night.
By the way, I haven't even announced. I love that you don't get blocked for saying shit like that on Facebook, but I literally get blocked. Here's what my meme was, and Craig, you'll love it that you're on the show. It was a meme of Conor McGregor getting knocked out, and you could see Dana White in the corner, and it was one of the Pornhub memes where it showed like the Pornhub video, and it said businessman watches his Irish boyfriend get knocked out or get pounded or something like that. I got a fucking 3-day ban for that. Bullshit.
Can't do it, man. You can't do it. People love Doge Man, dude. You got to Doge Man gets by with a lot on the internet, man. You know this.
What,
Yeah, I don't know
what age group? What age group were they saying for that executive order?
What's that? I'm sorry.
So what age group? I mean, are they doing it all the way up to 18 to high school?
It says first of all, it doesn't require much of anything. It's a very general statement of non-discrimination principles in all spheres. It requires that all federal agencies or agencies that receive federal funds review their policies and make sure they are equitable, either by revising them or making new policies, said Gregory. Most school sports are not high-level competition. It's about being on the field, getting exercise, and being yourself in the way you feel comfortable. It's important for physical and mental health. That's where the big impact of this will fall.
I love it. I love it. By the way, I got a special announcement. I will be competing in the lingerie football league this year. Let's go.
Dude,
I'm gonna mull these bitches. I can't wait.
Could you imagine what the world's gonna look like with like just everything is gonna be opposite? It's just fucked up.
Oh, I'm gonna love it. It's gonna be this show's gonna blow up because we're gonna have content all the time.
There you go.
Another thing to add to the trainee update, Matt. I think you'll back me up because you might know a little bit. Congress, whenever they got together for the first time, this new Congress, they enacted something to where you couldn't call somebody's mom and dad. No more gender. No mom, dad, aunt, uncle. They removed all that wording.
And even when they were saying a prayer, it was like.
Amen, a woman.
Amen, a woman.
Yeah, because that was a joke and it got blown up essentially. So they decided, of course, all the. Oh God! Don't get me started.
It was the first thing that they did whenever they're
like, oh God, this has to be taken care of.
Change all the language and the wording to where you removed anything that had any kind of gender identities in it.
Just. I'm still gonna call my aunt, my uncle, and blah blah blah. My mom and my dad, my cousin.
In this article though, it was pretty great. It said Gregory pointed out the 2017 story of Mac Beggs. At the time, the 17-year-old transgender wrestler found himself thrusted into national headlines. University Interscholastic League policy forced Beggs, who is transitioning from female to male, to compete in the girls' competition. He wanted to compete in the boys competition. Beggs is now 21 years old and is wrestling at the University of Georgia. Beggs spoke with ABC 13 about the years since he competed in that Texas State Championship,
which he won by murder, by the way.
But no, this is actually the opposite, which I know that everybody's like super on the side of guys trying to compete in female sports, but this person was actually a female wanting to compete in a male sport and wrestling at the University of Georgia. So, I mean, that's kind of impressive in my opinion.
Okay, yeah.
Reminds me of the South Park with the transgender Olympics. Remember that episode?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Swanson.
Hey, Beaver, how do you think you'd have done in like track and shit running with the girls?
He would have been all right. He probably would have been
lazy as fuck.
Beaver, how do you? Beaver might have started on our state volleyball team. What do you think, Beaver?
Oh shit!
That high jump.
Too lazy.
I saw a meme and it had like pee on the toilet seat and it said coming to a women's locker room near you. There's pee on the toilet seat.
Oh, America's gonna be great. How long do you guys think Biden's going to last? And I'm not saying I don't want the guy to croak. I'm just saying mentally, they're going to declare him mentally incompetent, like within 6 months. I'm going 6 months. What do you think?
I thought the same thing about Trump, but he made it all the way. So
yeah, I bet he makes it.
Biden will be fine.
I think he makes it.
Modern pharmaceuticals can take you really far.
Yeah, I tell you, they pump him full of steroids or something before cause he's like this. He's like, America. And maybe you don't
on that juice pill, man.
Dude, we got CGI and holograms and all kinds of shit, man.
Oh, he just looks lit. I mean, like he smoked better weed than I am.
His next presser, he comes out and he's fucking green. Like,
he's gonna be fucking.
Why is the president hard?
I'm gonna call my brother and be like, "What the fuck's this got in it?" Oh man, it's been a shitty week, but I'm glad I can come on here and talk some shit to you guys. And I do have to give everybody here some credit because everybody here met the $75 minimum. We're all plunging. Let's go. I can't wait. We're all gonna freeze our ass off. I've got t-shirt ordered for us. Let's just call it here on the show. What are we doing? Are we gonna do spandex, booty shorts? What are we doing? Are we showing off? Are we showing off the goods, Josh?
I'm down for whatever. I'm stuffing no matter what we do, man.
I'm not stuffing shit. I'm taking a Viagra before we go out there and just fucking rolling, bub.
Maybe we need to take some of Juice's test pill.
Yeah, where I got a big ass boner. My balls are fucking tiny as shit. It's gonna be cold. Nobody's gonna
definitely not that strong of a testosterone booster to shrink my nuts, dude.
That's what we have to keep in mind. We probably all should pack or we should all probably stuff our shit because it's gonna be cold. We're jumping in freezing water. I mean,
but it's for a good cause too.
It's gonna humble. It's gonna humble a lot of us. Poor Beaver's gonna look like a female. I mean, Beaver.
I already do.
Shave the beard. God bless. But yeah, everybody hit their goal. Juice is now in the league with 111 race. I still have a goal of 300. I'm gonna figure out a way to get there. I really haven't even asked people work and stuff too, so we'll get there.
Yeah, shout out to my mom and her old lady friends.
Yeah,
they came in clutch and donated a good amount of money.
Yep. By the way, I don't know if I told this last week on the show, but Duncan was in the lead, and my dad donated $40 because he didn't want Duncan to be the leader. So Dad, by the way, Juice is now leading. So if you want to go and throw another 20 on there, whatever.
Yeah, now we need more people to do that to be competitive and donate more money.
Yeah, let's go. Let's donate more money because if we show up just with just handing out bags of money, they're gonna love us and they're probably gonna put more ice in the fucking tank. So
tell you what, man, if my dad would donate my back child support, we'd put on the whole Special Olympics.
we would own the golf club.
We fucking own it, man.
We'd pull up in a Hummer. Hell yeah. And also big announcement, which we're going to talk a little bit about in our NFL update, but we are officially having a Super Bowl party. Details are mapped out. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But before we get to all that, Juice, you have another Netflix review. Yes, sir?
Yes. So for people that are just now tuning in, if you are not a regular listener to the show, I am doing, I'm taking on the task of watching every new Netflix movie that releases on Fridays. They're going to be doing 71 movies in the year of 2021. And this is movie 2. I just want to say this movie far outweighs Outside the Wire. This is one that I would definitely suggest watching. The movie is 2021's Netflix, The White Tiger. So it's going to turn a lot of people off at first because the movie is based in India and literally the entire cast is Indian. So it's going to be difficult. I think
racist American.
No, I mean, you guys got to admit, like if you see something that's a foreign film, you're like, I'm not going to probably watch that. But this movie gave me a lot of vibes of like the movie Below. So like where the guy kind of starts off poor, doesn't want to be poor for the rest of his life. He figures it out. And it's kind of a similar situation. And there's a lot of social things that come up throughout this movie that I didn't know anything about in India. There are these guys basically called, I want to say servant or driver, something like that. But basically it's slavery. I mean, like the lower class people aspire to be the slaves of rich people so that they can, experience part of that life, even though they're treated like dog shit. And it actually kind of goes along really well with this whole segment or this whole idea and theme of this podcast with the poor people trying to make money off and, taking the money from the rich people. But basically the guy, without ruining the story, he becomes a driver, and I'll just leave it at that. And then lots of twists and turns happen. The main characters, the rich younger gentleman and his wife, do an awesome job. I know the real question you guys have: did anybody dump him out? There was no dumping him out in this movie. There was a couple of cleavage scenes with the female lead, but nothing actually fully frontal. But really quick, the Rotten Tomatoes score is 92%, which is much higher than Outside the Wire. I'm not going to lie, guys, this was a great movie. IMDb is 7.2 out of 10. Metacritic is 77%. 80% of Google users like this movie. So this is one that I'm going to tell you guys you do want to watch. Outside the Wire, I said was, you could, go one way or the other. You could do whatever you want with it. You could skip it if you want. But this one I do suggest watching. But yeah, I give it a 7 point. I want to say, I can't remember what I gave it on Juice in the Morning, but I think it was 7.3 out of 10.
I changed my mind. They call this Obama weed because through all the bullshit, you just look happy as fuck. Because
I was really happy about this fucking movie, dude. Like, I went into it with a really negative outlook. I was like, oh, this is gonna fucking suck. It's like it's completely not in my realm that I like to watch. And then I just got sucked in, man. And you do want to watch it with subtitles because they go between their Indian dialect and English like a lot. So you want to have the subtitles on just in case you miss something.
That'd be tough for me.
Yeah, like I said, it's tough, but it's also like, I don't know. I think the whole theme of the movie and it is good. And then I think you'll appreciate the ending regardless.
Hell yeah, man. So make sure you guys check out Outside the Wire is the name of the movie.
Outside the Wire. Outside the Wire was last week. This is The White Tiger.
The White Tiger. Okay, that's right.
And then the movie coming up. The movie coming up, I know, is gonna suck. So I can't wait to review that one. It's called Finding Ohana, and it's about two kids visiting Hawaii and finding like treasure based off of their Hawaiian heritage. And I'm
watching this. Hell yeah.
PG. It's gonna suck.
Is that what they call it?
Matt, this is like the most non-inappropriate portion of the show. It should be more like porn of the week or porn movie of the month.
Oh, we do. Beaver, go ahead.
Well, there was this one.
Juice, do you think we're going to go 0 for 71 on dumping them out on these Netflix movies?
No, there's no way because there's a couple of them. I think there's one with Leo in it, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be some boobs in that one.
Leo's like in his mid 40s. He's going to be pounding some blonde in her 20s in the movie.
There might even be some like full frontal dick in that one. I mean, I'm just thinking,
I don't know about it.
Beaver, watch that one, bub.
I'm always a week behind on your movies though, so I watched last week's this week, and it was actually pretty good. I liked it.
Did you enjoy Outside the Wire? Like it was
wasn't that bad. I mean, I made it through it. I didn't turn it off. I wasn't distracted.
What would you give it score wise out of 10?
6.
Yeah, I think I gave it a 5 out of 10. I thought it was solid.
Yeah, it's right around the middle. Yeah, I'd say that. So if you're giving this one a 7.5, I might have to power through. Maybe
it's good, man. It's good and it's intense.
Nice. I like that.
All right, Josh, I'm going to tag you in now, buddy.
Okay.
The only reason I say this is on what to watch this week is because I think she's of all politicians, she's probably one of the hottest. Tulsi Gabbard interview on Joe Rogan, pretty electric. And if you're people like myself, which you guys are, who believe in corruption of government, she just slays on this show. And so, Josh, what was your review of that interview?
Oh man, fantastic! I thought the first 20, 30 minutes of it were a little bit slow, but man, after that, it picked up, and she's got so many great ideas, and it's so much just information just to drop on you, man. Just watch it. It's on Rogan, Joe Rogan. She was on Joe Rogan, by the way.
Yeah, pulls absolutely no punches. I mean, she goes after so much shit. It's hard to even go through anything, so I can't even give it the respect it deserves. So I do recommend you guys watch it because, I mean, she just goes through so much bullshit that's going on right now, especially with the regime change and everything is a distraction. They talk about COVID a lot and the bullshit that's surrounded by that. By the way, we're going to talk about California's lifting restrictions now. So no surprise, right? We've got a new president. So we'll see here. But yeah, so all that's going on.
Can I give my what to watch?
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
A show. I always have shows that I fall asleep to. I'm sure a lot of you guys maybe in this room do too. Like throw on The Office, you fall asleep to it, turn the sleep timer on your TV, that kind of thing. A show right now that you guys need to go back and revisit, and anybody that's listening needs to go back and revisit, is Reno 911. It's on HBO Max, and it's fucking hilarious. And you'd be shocked how many people that are on huge sitcoms and people that are hugely famous now were on that show, like 2002, 2003, up to I think 2006. So that's my show to fall asleep to now.
Hell yeah. What about you, Dunk? You got anything this week?
I pretty much just watch my stocks.
I was gonna say you just been watching stock charts this week.
Yeah, I just been watching stock charts, a lot of stuff, a lot of Reddit, a lot of Wall Street bets, trying to get ahead of the game. Just looking at trends and everything, trying to see what's going on. Big stock guy now,
I know you did watch the NFL.
Beaver wants to hit you so hard.
Like 50% of what I just said was just to see Beaver's reaction.
Roll his eyes, get pissed off. Yeah, he's like, well, he can't get too mad because this cat's licking his feet right now.
No feet licking, sadly.
Duncan, Super Bowl. I know you watched the NFL Championship weekend last weekend.
Yeah,
Are you surprised?
Wall Street stuff. I forgot all about the football games. I didn't. The Packers game really did. They gave it. I think they gave it to him, man. Pretty much.
Oh yeah, they gave it to him, and I'm not surprised. And when are we going to start calling out Aaron Rodgers? Like every time Peyton Manning lost a playoff game, it was the biggest fucking deal in the world, and this guy gets a free pass.
It's true. It's true. I was all on the Aaron Rodgers to the Colts train there for a week or a day or whatever after that whole thing. But
if he wants to come play for the Colts, hell yeah, I'll fucking fly to Green Bay right now and pack his bags. I'll walk his dog down the road. I'll mow his grass, wherever the fuck he wants.
Change my insurance.
Yeah. Yeah, we get discount insurance. Like Rodgers come to Indy, give us free insurance and shit.
Same thing we do with Kyrie. Like we said that last week, we'd be flat earthers.
Yep.
But with the big thing, I think that I take away, the Bucks defense looked pretty good.
Yeah, they do. They're starting to gel.
They got to him a lot, which I thought that's something that Green Bay could not give up. And I think the only thing that you could maybe give a plus, in my eyes, a plus to the Chiefs, which Kansas City, I think, walks away and wins this game. But the linemen that went down, they have a couple linemen that are banged up. The one's going to be out with the Achilles. He's like, they're all pro.
Yeah.
Maybe that's going to affect that pass rush a little bit, but I still think that Mahomes is Mahomes and Kelsey is Kelsey and Hill is Hill. And I think at the end of the day, I think the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we're not going to.
Best defenders out too for that Green Bay game. Had that safety Winfield, he was out, and there was another DB that was out too.
There's another safety. I think it was both. The other safety went down during the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not really surprised what happened. So what's great is, and what I want to cover, we're not going to talk too much about the teams and the matchup today because we've got a whole Super Bowl show coming up. Super Bowl weekend, the 7th. So the Sunday, Super Bowl day. Come get drunk with us. Start your Super Bowl day after church, whatever. Come roll in to Capone's. It's right there on the circle in Shelbyville. Yes, it's open. I know they're doing construction, but yeah, you can pull up, park behind it. There's plenty of parking around the circle. So
there might be some preaching going on in the circle.
I hope so. Go ahead, buddy.
We need to get our obvious football questions ready. That was the best part of last year's Super Bowl show. What we do is we find the person in the crowd that we think knows absolutely nothing about football. And remember, we brought her on and we asked like just obvious football questions, and the answers you get are hilarious. Like we have to get those together. We got to get some good zingers in the chat.
Yeah,
do that.
Yeah, that was a blast. So we'll think of some games and stuff, and I'm trying to get rid of all of our shirts because I'm going to come up with a whole new line of stuff. So I'm probably just going to start giving shit away. So if you guys come out, you expect some giveaways and shit. But yeah, so here's the rule: bar opens at 11, so we're going to start set up at 11. We're probably going to go live around noonish, however long it takes us to get set up. And it will probably be about an hour-long show. It's just going to be completely football, so don't expect a super long show. Then we're going to drink a little bit and hang out. So it's going to be a blast, guys. Come out. But I do Thurman, of course, my buddy who's been on the show. We had the big Black Lives Matter talk. He's going to be there because he's a huge Patriots fan, a huge Tom Brady fan. He's going to come talk some shit to me. That's fine because I've got some blowback for him too. I can't wait. Thurman, if you're listening, buddy. Can't wait.
He's not a fanboy, though. Remember, he said he's not a fanboy.
He's not a fanboy. Yeah, we're gonna give him shit for that. I know exactly. So I can't wait. Thurman comes on the shit. He's gonna come talk some shit with us. So it's gonna be a blast. So come out and hang out. Can't wait. The only other NFL news I can think of, Dunk. I don't know if you have much, but the Hall of Fame committee, they said it took them 13 seconds to decide on Peyton Manning, and who was it said they took 13 seconds too long?
Yeah, that's pretty much. But could you imagine that conversation? His name Next up, Peyton Manning. And
everybody's just like, it's hilarious.
Very few people probably get that treatment, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be him, Brady.
I'm sure people
it
like
was Mike
Rice,
Chappell who had to
Montana.
say it, and basically he said that it's only like a select few people where you just got to say their name, and basically no one will say anything else afterward. And that's basically how it went. He just said, "I'm going to say Peyton Manning," and then metaphorically drop the mic, and no one said anything afterwards.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I always wondered how they pick. I mean, because some years there's 5, some years there's 8, and like some people get shafted. Like there's always there's like a back stock of receivers, and I feel like it's just going to go on forever. So like they might as well just like get 3 or 4 receivers in at a time. I don't know how they do it, but that'd be interesting to find out. So maybe research that for next week. So
and then you got baseball, who doesn't even allow anybody in for this year.
Yeah, they said nope, nobody. You're all cheaters.
Nobody.
So we got the virtual Pro Bowl this year, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How much is that gonna fucking suck?
It's gonna be interesting.
At least the virtual players will try.
Virtual players might try. Exactly. Might try to tackle.
There you go, Beaver. Let's go.
Beaver with his first zinger of the show.
I don't know how it'll be because I will not be watching.
Nope.
I probably don't even give 2 shits.
He'll be watching Dogecoin.
Beaver, NBA update. What's going on, buddy?
Karis LeVert had his successful surgery for his mass, and Pacers are rolling right now, basically.
T's and P's.
Yeah, how long is the recovery process for that? Do you know?
They have not given any sort of timetable, but right now I would say kind of look at late March as the possible when you might see him.
Yeah, I see it. I don't know. I mean, I see it kind of as the Rigoberto Sanchez type, because if he's just getting a tumor removed and he didn't have to have, and Grant, I'm not a fucking doctor, but you guys didn't know that, by the way. But if he's just getting a tumor removed, he doesn't have to do chemo or radiation. Like, I think as long as like the wound heals, I imagine he'd be able to go. So I don't know how that works essentially.
It
but
did end up being cancer, is what they said, but I don't know why, but for some reason he's got to sit out.
Yeah, man. Hey, just a little cancer. You'll be back next March. You're good.
but apparently it's going to be a little bit different situation than Rodrigo had with his stint, which he was back really, really quick.
Where was his at?
Yeah.
Where was Rodrigo's? Where was his at? His tomb.
This was in his kit. Oh, are you talking about Rodrigo?
Yeah. Where was his at?
It's not the tumor.
Where did they remove it from? Didn't he have something?
Kidney? I think it was kidney. Kidney. I'm pretty sure it was kidney.
Oh, so it was the same.
So they're both kidneys?
Huh? I was going to say, I was maybe thinking it might have been somewhere that would have been a little less than taking it off a kidney. You know what I mean? Would give you more downtime.
Like, hey, man, we'll just take the whole fucking kidney. You got another one. You'll be good, bub. You'll be back in there next week against the Cavaliers. You're good. What do we got marked up here? Yep, February 10th. All right, let's go.
Down 2 weeks with ass cancer.
You're back. You're fresh now. I mean, Josh is over at your house a lot now, so I feel like that asshole probably is feeling pretty good.
It's pretty nice.
Pretty spry. Speaking of spry, we got a guy here in a fucking suit. Craig, it's your time to talk, because we got to talk about UFC 257. And before I get right into that, Dunk, did you place any bets? Did you listen to me and bet on Poirier? Yes or no?
I did not, but I did tell everybody. Like, I took your advice, like kind of like telling people, I was like, if Conor don't knock him out first round, double down on the other guy. Like, I was saying that too the whole night, and I didn't do it. We were at the casino and I didn't do it. And I was
he's been too focused on
Twitter,
stocks.
and it was bam, he got laid out.
Yeah, I mean, I literally said,
I didn't have much on it though.
I said exactly how the fight would go. I said Conor's gonna come out. He's gonna look for a knockout. Of course, he's gonna look for a knockout early. He didn't look at it explosive. And Craig, we talked about this a little bit, so I'll pipe you in here. He did not look like he had just a spring. And there's a lot of rumors on the internet, and I did send you something that he's trying to prove to the boxing world that he can stand there and box with people. And why? First and foremost, Conor, if you're focused on the sport of MMA, why do you even give a fuck about boxing right now? So, Craig, what was your take on the fight?
All right, so I had rewatched it because I actually bought it, Matt. And I also commented to Dan Hardy, and he gave me a spiel back. So basically, because Poirier is a fellow southpaw, the stance is going to be different. Because when my approach was, why didn't you have the same stance as you would have with Alvarez? And he was slipping in and out. It's because there's opposite. So you're going to be catching the wrong hand. Instead of catching the lead hand as Alvarez you would, Poirier, you'd be catching the cross rather than the jab. So I don't necessarily agree, but it looked like he had a boxer stance. I don't agree with a boxer stance because you're heavy on the front foot. And the only two things that Poirier did successful that really changed the whole entire game was the calf kick, as well as the counter right hook or overhook that you would say. Those were the two things that caught Conor off guard, because when I rewatched it, if you would rewatch it, you can hear the crack that he did hit him quite a few times good and solid.
Oh, yeah, it was fucking dead on the canvas, bud. We watched it.
No, yeah, I mean, the first round, you could see it on his face that he did get caught a couple times. And Conor's speed wasn't so far off that I thought it was originally when I watched. But, man, I'll tell you what, Dustin Poirier, man, the power and the head movement.
At 155, I'm telling you right now, he's a monster at 155. And I want to say a few things. First and foremost, how long did it take me after Conor got knocked out for me to message you? Probably 3 seconds.
Yeah, man, second. But hey, I'm understanding it. I mean, I don't know if you call it octagon rust or not, but the guy didn't look necessarily the same, and he was whiffing. But I guess I give Poirier 100% credit for his head movement to make him whiff.
Well, I mean, here's the thing too, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Okay, Conor at 155 has only knocked out 2 over the hill guys. Okay, that's in the UFC. He's fought.
Alvarez was not over the hill, man. He was like 31.
He's not over the hill. He's only 39, guys.
31 or 30.
No, he was old. You better go back and look. Man. He was old. He was in his late 30s.
Hey, do we have a fact checker here, Justin?
No, for sure he was in his. I mean, he's. Are you kidding me? Alvarez has been in the game for fucking 20 years.
Man.
Okay.
Dude, Conor was 27.
I know Conor was 27, but Alvarez
is not 18 years older than him.
No, I didn't say he was 18. I'm saying he's in his late 30s for sure. But anyway, so he fought an over the hill Alvarez. Let's be honest. Alvarez was only champion because he had his best run of his life. Knocked out RDA over lucky punch, kind of like how half of Conor's fights are.
Alvarez is age 37.
37.
Now,
yes.
So 37. How long ago was that?
5 years ago. 32.
No, it wasn't 5 years. Was that 5 years ago?
4 years ago.
Yeah. So he was in his mid 30s. Okay, so we were both wrong or right. Just cut us right in the middle.
RDA is on a comeback, man. Give me a break.
No, RDA is just a fucking monster. Like they got something in the water down there in Brazil for sure.
Yeah, it's what Justin's on.
Yeah, it's testosterone. So what's next for Conor? I honestly, it's what's going to piss me off is he's gonna sit there and say, I need to reevaluate things, take another fucking year off. No, I think they need to just announce it. It's got to be Conor Nate 3. Let's go. And Conor's, dude, Nate's going to box his face into the fucking cage, bro.
I don't agree. If the guy can't do it at 170, he's not going to do it at 155.
No, he's going to. I promise you.
Nate at 155 has zero power, just as he had zero power.
You don't need power. He's going to land another 300 fucking punches on his face like he did last time.
Oh my God, man. It's not going to happen.
What were you going to say, Doc?
All right. I don't like from an outsider's perspective. I'm just a big stock guy. I don't know much about UFC. But what is the chances that like maybe Conor, maybe the motivation isn't there, dude? I mean, he's achieved everything you wanted to achieve. You've been to the top of the mountain. Like, I mean, it's that drive to get up every day and get hit in the face still there.
You said he was, meditating on a yacht.
And you'll see in any of his fights, especially when he fights Nate Diaz. It's the first time I've seen, except, of course, when he fought of course, when he fought Khabib, but Conor breaks under pressure. You can see it in his face. Every time he gets, either rocked or, he breaks under pressure.
Okay, I can give you that, but
Yep.
at the end of the day, he's working his ass off to get down to 155. Obviously, they get USADA tested. It's not just easy. It's not an easy cut. Number one or number two, his body.
Not an easy cut for 155. He's cut down to 145 before.
No, I'm saying right now because
Yeah.
you said lack of motivation. Well, he's going to be off the scale. Look at Mike Perry. Look at people that just miss all the time.
Right.
So, I mean, even look at Khabib. It's not easy to get down there. So I think that at the end of the day, he does have a motivation. He hasn't been hit in the face by anyone in 3 years, Matt?
Yeah.
I guess since Khabib.
Yeah.
That was 3 years ago almost.
Mayweather hit him in the face.
A bunch. Yep.
Yeah, quite a bit.
What's going to piss me off? I think he needs to just shut the boxing thing off now. Here's what Conor needs to do. I would like to say, because honestly, a humble Conor, I don't mind. So I'm not the Conor hater. If he acts humble, although if he fights Diaz next, it's going to be borrow word. That's what they need to do. If the UFC's smart, which they're not always smart when it comes to matchmaking. If they're smart, they book Nate Conor 3 right fucking now. They can't do no split bullshit. I'm sorry. Conor's fame is not where it's going to be. I'm telling you, Nate and Conor are going to be equals in this fight, and they should be paid as equals in this fight. And that's the only way it's going to happen.
So there's 3 fights. Okay, boxing's out of the question because that was if he, worked Poirier. The 3 fights that could be is if the UFC's greedy as fuck and stupid, they're gonna do Poirier 3, and they'll be able to market it, but that'd be the stupidest fight. The other 2 fights are gonna be Nate 3, or it's gonna be Justin Gaethje, who's a similar guy to Poirier, and the only reason why they would do that is because Conor wants to prove that he can whoop somebody that does similar fights.
Yeah, I'm going to be so pissed if they throw him a fucking tomato can. No, Conor needs to fight 5 contenders in the next 2 years. I mean, I want to see him fight Gaethje. He's got to fight Nate again. He's got to fight Dustin again. Aldo needs his fucking rematch. That's what pisses me off.
Aldo is at fucking 125.
Yeah, I know. Aldo's at 125 now. Or, no, he's at 135 now.
135, same difference.
Yeah, but Aldo can fight at 155 if he wants to, and he wants that rematch. I would love to see that. So that's going to be interesting, but I'm just going to lay it out real quick before we move on what needs to happen, okay? So after UFC, of course, the co-main event was Michael Chandler making his UFC debut against Dan Hooker. He did knock Dan Hooker out, but here's what needs to happen, in my opinion, okay? Conor Nate 3. I think Poirier needs to fight Oliveira for the belt. Well, they just need a crown. They just need to crown Poirier. He's the number 1 contender. They need to crown him. Okay. So they need to fight for the belt. You got Nate Conor 3. I think, ready? I think Tony and Michael Chandler need to fight each other. No, take that back. I'm going to go. I think Chandler and Gaethje need to fight each other, and Tony needs to fight Dan Hooker. There we go.
Fair enough.
That's the 4 fights that the UFC needs to make. That's actually what I tweeted to Dana White, and I also left my Venmo tag. I was like, go ahead and send me some money since I'm saving you guys some time and go ahead and doing your booking for you. So moving right the fuck along. This is maybe the longest. Go ahead there. You got something to say, Josh?
Yeah. I just had one more fight that needs to happen since we got all these transgender law bullshit. Let's see. Ronda Rousey and Conor.
Ronda Rousey versus Conor. That's fair.
Make some money.
Hey, Conor might finally win a fight, dude, because, Ronda's just going to move forward and Conor's going to, connect with that, counter left hook and just clock her. Poor Ronda can't take a punch. He's been taking Travis Brown's beanbag to the face here for a couple of years. God bless. I'm going to get another Facebook ban back to back. So what's going on? We're an hour into this fucking thing, Juice. And I hinted at it earlier in the show, but so California is starting to lift restrictions finally, which is great because I'd like to go there and visit. What's going on there, buddy? Pull that article up.
Yeah, Governor Gavin Newsom lifted stay-at-home orders across the state Monday in response to improving coronavirus conditions, a surprising move hailed by beleaguered businesses, but that prompted caution from local health officials concerned the public may let down its guard. We're seeing a flattening of the curve. Everything that should be up is up. Everything that should be down is down. Case rates, positivity rates, hospitalizations, ICUs. Newsom said at a virtual news conference. So what do you guys think about that?
I mean, interesting. I mean, not surprised. And here's what you're going to start seeing. This is all a political ploy. I'm not saying the coronavirus is fake, so don't fucking pin that shit on me. It's not fake, but I'm saying the response to coronavirus, it was a political thing. And you're going to start seeing all states start to lift restrictions. Numbers are going to start going down. I'm drawing the line here because I don't want to get us shadow banned on Facebook, but you get it. Interesting. I'm not surprised though.
The state is also lifting a 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. curfew, but San Francisco is keeping it in place.
Yeah, you can poop on the street, and you're allowed to in San Francisco. You're allowed to walk out of your house to poop on the street. That's the only thing you can do in San Francisco. So it's going great, man. World's fucked, guys. We're here to have fun, though. Well, that's why you guys need to come to the show every week and listen to Highly Inappropriate, because we're here to lift your spirits, guys.
Gosh, this article is way too long.
1 month into it, man, and we stormed the Capitol. We fucking broke the hedge funds.
It's heating up, guys. It's gonna get better. Just hold on to your nipples, guys.
Hold on to your Dogecoin.
Hold on to your Dogecoin. Hold on to that.
I got a question.
Go ahead there, Beaver.
Much like Juice's segment where he rates every single movie, are we gonna start getting stock updates from Dunkman?
Well, I was just thinking here. I was laughing earlier because I'm like, here you got 3 dudes in a hoodie. One guy's wearing like a wife beater, laying with 2 cats in a bed, and of course, Juice, you got a hoodie on, and we're talking about investing. Here's a guy sitting in a suit. He's like got a fucking fur jacket behind him, and like you didn't even pipe in at all. Do you do any investing at all, Craig, or what's the deal there?
Now I got a nice 401k that's going along, but that's what one of my new vision is, to try to get into a little bit more knowledge of that. It's difficult because you got all these fuckers trying to steal money from the poor, and it's hard to make money. So I think that this is a great thing for.
That's false. It's easy to make money.
We can exchange information, dude. I got you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not in the stock market. I'll tell you right now. I'm telling you right now, for the average person, it is easier right now to make money for the average person than ever before in the history of the world. And it's
that's what they're not given that knowledge.
No, they're not. Of course,
it's going on Reddit. It's that fucked up that you have to go on Reddit to get all the good knowledge.
Just keep your eye on Twitter. The trending stuff on Twitter, like Dogecoin is still trending on Twitter. As soon as it's not, I'm selling. And then I'll buy again when it dips all the way down. Then when some bullshit like this happens, it'll pop off again, and then you just keep doing it.
Hell yeah! So let's go ahead and let's just all do a synonymous dickwad of the week, okay? And it's definitely going to be Citadel / Robinhood.
Yeah, everything that happened today for sure.
Yeah, you guys fucked up.
You raped the game tomorrow, dude. I cannot wait to wake up.
That's the first time I ever heard Duncan say that. I cannot wait to wake up. So hell yeah, I got him stock investing now. His mental health is improving. I can't wait till you hit it big, Duncan, and like you blow it all on cocaine. And I just can't wait for that divorce party.
I'll be snorting coke on the show. Quit my job. To the moon, dude. You're gonna get on my rocket. I'll take.
Will you buy Beaver's cats like free cat food for life and shit?
Nah, it's Doge, so we have Doge dogs.
Yeah,
we're all gonna have Doge dogs.
Dogs are gonna eat the fucking cats.
I don't know what the fucking Doge dog looks like.
It's a cute little dog, man. I got like 1,000 of the memes saved on my phone, so I can fire them off anytime.
I'm just gonna spam the fucking group chat with him.
I seen him earlier. He's just got pages just fucking scrolling.
Pages.
Doge gifts.
Dude, one of the things that really turned me on to Doge is they sponsored a NASCAR last season. They were on a NASCAR last season.
Hell yeah.
It was. So one of the Doge memes I got is the NASCAR going, and then all of a sudden it like goes behind a car, and then you see it take off like a rocket on the track into the sky.
Hey, speaking of that, did you guys see that we were on the Mefford's car, the iRacing car?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, I love that.
It was awesome. Awesome. He had a rough run. I think he qualified really good, like 6th place. He got a little caught up in like a little fender bender there. Yep. And somebody else's bullshit kind of. He battled back, finished in top 20 though. So Yeah, we're on the side panel, and we're on the rear too. Yeah. We're on the bumper.
We always seem to be on the rear, guys.
Matt and the rest of the people in the group, I want to also call myself out as Dickwad of the Week because I lost the bag in FanDuel Sportsbook. I lost every bet I put on MMA this weekend and chased it every single time and got down to $5 in my account until the Super Bowl.
I'm pretty sure I picked Chandler too. I think I went 2 for 2. I only picked the 2 main events, but
I did a parlay on all the main card. Every time I lost one, I'd make a new one and try to like adjust it, and fucking lost it again, and then took 30 or 40 bucks at the end because I was like down to 50 and put it all on Connor, and then Connor gets knocked out.
Dude, with this GameStop and then AMC and the Doge and all this stuff, I haven't even really looked at my sports book, dude. I'm not even lying.
Oh wow!
The texts have slowed down, but
I'm about
also,
to
like I said, I am the Dickwad of the Week for that.
I'm about to start a Doge text chain for anybody who wants to
trying to see blue collar stock trading.
Come out here in fucking overalls.
Yeah,
we're gonna take them down this week, boys.
I'm all in.
Invest in Circuit City. Invest in Circuit City.
Sell your biggest cow. Put it on Circuit City.
As long as Beaver's in. Beaver, you down?
Beaver, you gotta come. Beaver, you down.
Blue collar stonks, dude. You in?
Yeah, Beaver's in. We can put all of our money on Peter.
He thought you said blue collared cocks, and he fucking jumped out of that bed for a second.
Dude, I saw. This is real funny. I saw somebody said GameStop is $270 a share. They'll give you 13 cents for it at GameStop.
Oh, I love it. Juice, you got you got something to say?
Yeah. There was a guy that had went into like his local GameStops, one of these guys that were investing and doing all this, and he handed all the employees $100 bill each.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty
nice. Cool. That's
nice.
Pretty solid. That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Juice, you got some Ask an Idiot questions for us this week?
Real quick before I get to Dickwad of the or Ask an Idiot questions. Craig had a Dickwad of the Week.
Dude, hey, it's got to be Joel Embiid for his favorite one with LeBron. How fucking terrible is that for the league to even think about calling that? It wasn't even a foul.
I'm surprised they called on LeBron. I'm like, holy shit! Like LeBron gets called.
That was dangerous.
Beaver.
I'm just like, I have no idea.
Yeah, in terms of flagrant fouls, I don't really know what is considered much of a flagrant.
Either do they?
I mean, nobody really knows. They want to call excessive when it's not anymore. And something like LeBron's not going to get too hard of a foul call ever.
Yeah,
he's LeBron.
It's like roughing the pass or pass interference.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like pass interference in the NFL. The ref could call it all any time, and it's just
if you fart
games.
If you fart next to Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty for sure. 100%.
Yeah. All right. So I do have an Ask an Idiot. It came from a longtime listener. He said, what was the longest you've waited in line for something, and what was it for?
Oh, I got a really good one.
Well, then go ahead and start, Matt. You're ready to go.
That's to meet Ozzy Osbourne, baby. Great story. So Ozzy came out with a book called I Am Ozzy. I'm about to go pull it off the shelf here. And I've always wanted to meet Ozzy, but every time at a concert, you got to pay just out the ass, blah, blah, blah. Well, we decided to, he was doing a book signing up in Chicago on the north side of Chicago, which is the nice side of Chicago. And we pull up, and I'm thinking we got there super early. I want to say the book signing started at like 6, and we got there like 1 o'clock. And I'm thinking we'll be super early. When we pulled up to this thing, it was like picture Greenwood Mall. And the line out it was at a Barnes & Noble. The line out to Barnes & Noble wrapped all the way around the goddamn mall. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, oh, God. I was like, we might be able to meet him. So we figured out, we conned the system. So we figured out that the line around the bookstore were people that did not have a book already. And the people that had a book, they had a separate line of like 1,000 people that already had the book, and they got priorities because they were responsible. So I was like, I got a perfect idea. So me and my cousin Jason were the ones that met Ozzy. we had our girlfriends with us at the time. We had our girlfriends go into the bookstore and buy us the books. Say they were just there to just there to visit the bookstore because they were taking regular customers. So they went in to buy the books, came out, gave us the books so we could get in a special line, and it still took us about 6 hours to meet Ozzy. Yeah.
Like if I'm Ozzy, I'm not sitting there and doing that. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you know what? He was chipper as can be because he was a little late. And I swear to God, you could tell him it was something that Price Sharon put him up to. But he jumps out. I mean, he jumps out of the big ass RV. He's got like literally a robe on. He's got his specs on. Like his hair is barely brushed. You know, like he probably just had a rough night. But he was super friendly. Like I walked in, I was like, "You're the fucking man." My cousin Jason Jebbert, was literally shaking. It was the funniest. All I could say to him was like, "You're the man." He looked at me, he goes, "Thank you."
I don't know. Like I don't know what I do. If I met Eminem, I'd probably try to battle him.
I have an Eminem autograph too, by the way.
What's that?
There's two things that came out of my last relationship. My child, and she bought me an autographed Eminem magazine.
Right here. I got an autograph picture right here on the back of the wall.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. I love it. Love it. So yeah, that's my story. I waited 6 hours to meet Ozzy, and I'd do it 6 times over. Absolutely.
Mine would be other than the Chick-fil-A by Beaver's house. Mine would probably be and a roller coaster at Kings Island. That was a long wait. Probably for my Xbox on Black Friday. I waited, I think, 4 hours. I think.
Jesus Christ.
I was just to get a ticket number, and then I had to come back with the ticket number to pick it up later that night.
I haven't even spent 4 hours playing video games in the last 10 years of my life.
That's sad.
He doesn't have the attention deficit to do that.
That's sad.
Yeah, I'm about to sell my Xbox though and buy about 10,000 Doge. So
next episode of Highly Inappropriate, everything on Duncan's wall is going to be gone, but like the 2 gifts I bought him in the last couple of years.
I feel like Dunk would wait in a long line to meet the dude from Mad Money. That's why I think he would.
I can't wait till we do next week's episode. Doug and Josh are gonna be holding like little $20 karaoke mics because Doug sold the fucking studio mics for Dogecoin.
They're a little rough, boys. We're gonna bounce back. We're coming back.
I can't wait.
Play the dips, boys. Play the dips.
Anybody else want to tune in on the longest line here?
Probably just Kings Island, the indoor ride. If you know which one that one was,
Outer Limits.
sure I waited 4 hours.
Yeah, always fucking 2 hours.
Outer Limits was terrible. Son of Beast when it was new was terrible too. Fire, all of the new ones.
Yep.
What's yours?
I think I probably waited in line for 3 or 4 hours for Pacers tickets on Black Friday once with my brother.
Dang.
Stood outside and everything, man. Cold.
That's when that's before they shot up strip clubs. I bet because they still haven't got that. Like all the rich white money in Indianapolis is still afraid to donate to the Pacers. I think because they don't I guess we don't win as consistently now too. But that makes more sense.
Top fan Brianna Wilburn says she was at Build-A-Bear to get a $1 Build-A-Bear for her daughter. Line was wrapped around the mall.
I remember that. My sister tried to book my cousins, and I think Lexi went on that actually. Yeah, I do. I remember when they did that promo or whatever. It was huge. Lines.
Mine actually shows a very nerdy side of me. When I was a kid, not only was it one of the longest times I'd ever waited in line for something, it was also my introduction into like, I knew that I was nerdy, but I didn't know there was another level of nerdiness. It was the midnight release of the Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. My mom and I went, and I was like, I think I was in like 4th or 5th grade. And literally we stood in line for probably 2.5 hours to buy the book. And there was like not even anybody signing it or anything like that. It was literally just to wait in line to go buy the book. And then I was seeing people in like robes and wands and like dressed up like fucking, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, and my mom was like, oh yeah, people do this all the time. People dress up for stuff. And I was like, I found it weird even then. Like, and I still find it weird now.
I wonder if your mom, as she's standing there in line when you're about to watch Harry Potter, she looks at you and thinks, if you're going to be the type of guy that Hart likes all these bitches pictures on Twitter.
No, she knew that was happening like from day one, dude.
Day one, checking out these little Harry Potter fiends out there. I love it. That's hilarious, man. I love it.
If they would have sold the Xbox that's out now in stores, I was set with my buddy because we were off on that quarantine stuff. I was set to chill outside of a GameStop for the night. So that would have been my answer, but it was all online.
Hey, Juice, are you excited that they're doing a live action Harry Potter series?
Dude, there's a lot like I said, there's too much cool shit coming. There's the Harry Potter live action, then there's also the Mighty Ducks. It's coming back on Disney Plus as a series. It's a sequel to the movies as a series, and Emilio's back. So Coach Bombay is back, baby. The Mighty Ducks are all the way back.
So what's the plot? Like Goldberg gets off of meth and gets back into the
No, it's definitely a chubby kid that can't play on the fucking good hockey team. And it's all about him like putting together a ragtag bunch of kids. And like the best part of the trailer is he's like walking into this skating rink or whatever, and there's a broke down Zamboni, and like a guy walks around the corner and it's Coach Bombay, and he's like, "Hey, can I help you with anything?"
It's just like Cobra Kai, man.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be good. I'm definitely gonna watch it though.
What's he gonna do when he realizes all he's got to do is dress all his like boys hockey team up as girls and they can just win the girls?
That's 2021 right there, guys. That's gonna be awesome.
This is the prequels, though.
It's the mom from Gilmore Girls, by the way, too, who plays the mom of the chubby kid. I don't know if you guys have any idea what that is.
No, it's
no idea.
No clue.
My wife's a big fan of that show, so anybody listening, I mean, I'm here for the female listeners. No big deal.
Man, I'm gonna take a quote out of Nick Diaz. They're just selling wolf tickets for that shit, man.
Yeah.
But no, one thing that Beaver brought up in the chat that I wanted to kind of promote before we got into like the end of the show is we are each guy from the podcast is putting 2 songs into a playlist on Apple Music and also Spotify. And if you want to follow it, it is, let me look it up real quick, but I'll let you guys kind of share a couple songs maybe that you've put on there.
I think it'd be funny to I bet nobody guesses which 2 I put on there this week.
It is the Highly Inappropriate Weekend Jams playlist on Apple Music.
And Apple Music. So make sure you follow that.
I let it play. There was definitely some. All right, I'll give it a shot.
I had to play probably my most played fucking song of the last 3 months, and it's J. Cole, "Get Off My Dick." It's on there. So
that was awesome.
Subscribe, or I don't know. What do you do on Apple Music? I got Spotify.
You follow it.
You follow that shit. It's gonna be a good workout mix. It's gonna get you your highs and your lows. We're gonna hit you in every spot you have, baby. Okay.
I was listening to it before getting ready this past weekend, and getting ready to go do something, and I was pretty fired up. So if you want to get fired up for the weekend and have a good time, throw on the Highly Inappropriate Weekend Jams.
Did you like the Queen cover, Porn Star Champion? Did you hear that? The other song I played is called a band called Scum of the Earth. It's like a cover of Queen, but it's called Porn Star Champion. It's on the mix. I had you throw in there. It's pretty electric too. That was
I heard it.
Yeah, I liked it. But I got a little up and down on mine, little Jewel.
Yeah, I think
I like that one a lot too.
Something we should do is try to figure out what 2 songs. Let people try to figure out what songs Beaver puts on there.
I don't think that'd be that difficult, would it?
Like well, we got. Let's see. We got this.
I think you would have guessed mine for Beavers if you're the average guy.
For sure.
Let's see. List of songs. We got Tupac here. We got some 50 Cent. Okay, here's some. Lamb of God. Okay, and Celine Dion. Which one did Beaver pick?
It was definitely Lamb of God.
Yeah.
Beaver, you need to break out my Christmas gift one of these shows. I haven't seen you wear it in a while, man. I miss seeing that.
I got the Tuggy on right now.
Britney Spears shirt.
The what?
The Britney Spears shirt I got you. The pink Britney Spears.
I haven't worn that one in a while. I'll definitely have to wear it here coming up shortly.
I wore the Cardi B one at the gym the other day.
Nice.
Douche, you got a Florida man?
Yes, I do.
Hell yeah.
Josh's M&M shirt he got me is like already wore out, dude. I've wore it like 176 times.
I'm definitely getting Beaver Imagine Dragons on this year.
Oh yeah.
All right, so every week on the show, we go straight to Google. We type in a Florida man, whatever pops up, and it's always something crazy. People on drugs, meth infested, whatever. Beaver's holding the fucking cat. Juice, this week on a Florida man.
A Florida man accused of sex crimes cuts ankle monitor, starts GoFundMe to flee the country.
Wow.
Clay County, Florida, a fugitive from Northeast Florida, is asking for $2,000 to flee the country. Keith Morris Smith Jr., 29, is wanted in Clay County for violating the conditions of his release. Deputies say Smith bonded out of the Clay County jail, cut off his ankle monitor. Smith was initially arrested in December 2019 on multiple charges, including committing a sex crime on a person aged 12 to 16.
Oh.
Now Smith is asking for help from the public and fleeing from the country. Smith started a GoFundMe fundraiser entitled Trying to Be Free under the Dreams, Hopes, and Wishes category of the website.
Wow.
He set his donation goal at $2,000. Smith writes that he needs money to flee the country because if he goes back to jail, he believes he'll die. After 3 days of being active, the fundraiser was removed from the website, having raised $0. It is unclear whether GoFundMe deleted the campaign or if it was deleted by Smith himself. Clay County deputies are actively looking for Smith and are asking for help from the community in locating him. His last known address is in Keystone Heights. With any information, call the sheriff's office.
Noggin, what's going on? You're going crazy over there, buddy.
I'm sorry, dude. Dogecoin just hit 5 cents. Like literally, Dogecoin. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. I bought it at less than a penny, dude. I have like 100,000 shares of this shit.
And it's at 5 cents?
Yeah.
Or 0.5 cents.
No,
it is at 5 cents.
It's at 5 cents.
I put $10 in earlier today, and it's at 30.
Wow, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and you bought it. You probably bought it at like 2 cents, though. Didn't you? Yeah. I bought it at less than a penny.
Yeah. So
like
you probably did
shares.
pretty good about it.
Doing really good. Hopefully AMC is back. I'm on the moon watching movies by next week, boys.
Hey, by the way, I just got a text back. I just sold my car on Craigslist, so we'll be right there with you, buddy, here soon.
Yeah, you need my information.
I gotta list all this stuff, dude. Hey, I got stuff for sale. Facebook Marketplace. Hit me up.
Hit me up. One stone cold fucking. Gotta keep the nutcracker though. Yeah. And by nutcracker, I'm talking about Beaver. Thank you guys so much for listening to Highly Inappropriate. We appreciate it. Make sure you like the video on YouTube, subscribe, and ring the bell. That way you're notified every time we upload a video. Like us on social media / Highly Inappropriate Podcast. Facebook, it's Highly Inappropriate Entertainment. Craig, you're our special guest, buddy. Go and whore yourself out.
No, I appreciate everything. It was everything I wanted to hear. You guys got values like I got values, and it's I feel like I fit in here like home. So thanks for having me.
Hey, we appreciate it.
Thanks for assuming I have values.
Message me if you want some of that insider stock info.
You want some insider stock info?
I'm game.
Yeah, Craig, we appreciate it. By the way, where can they find you on Instagram? Because that's where we talk shit to each other too, by the way.
That's the Craig Cassidy. So I either get spammed by porn women that are bots or foreigners that talk shit about Conor McGregor. So
follow Juice.
Sounds like Juice's Twitter.
Baby.
Thank you guys so much for listening to Highly Inappropriate. We appreciate you. Peace out.
See you guys
Later.